Hey guys, Minuteman here. Let me up this volume just a little bit. Okay, so I just wanted to make a small video. I streamed all day yesterday. Didn't go too well, but I'm just playing first day with the ever since Gangplank got re-enabled. He was disabled when he first got the changes in the new patch. This is the October. What date was it? Yeah, I think the patch was the 9 patch. Was it like 4.18 was the patch? I think it was. Regardless, the patch that gave Gangplank the new ultimate mechanic. So I just wanted to talk about Gangplank's current state. Just a quick video. So what has changed about Gangplank's ult? Okay, what has changed about Gangplank? The damage is no longer RNG. It now happens over time. So every second the damage procs. I think it's like 75 at first rank. It goes up. The duration was extended by a second, so it happens a second longer. So the damage has, I think, one extra proc now. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. And then a slight cooldown reduction. I think they took 5 seconds off of each rank. Now, this might not seem like a lot, and it's not really a ton, but it is a very good functional change. I like the way they changed it. I personally don't like the way it looks, but I do understand that what Riot was going for was very applicable here. It's very hard to balance global ultimates, but I think they did a good job of it here. Gangplank's ultimate is very good, but I wouldn't call it great. They just kept it about the same, but they made it more reliable, because RNG was a bitch versus it. Okay, so what has changed about the ultimate with the buff? Aside from obvious things, I'll just discuss it. It's better for team fighting for obvious reasons. If you can catch the enemy team grouped up in a certain spot and you can lay down the ult and it can get 3 or 4 procs off, that's a lot of damage. Just even 3 people can just do a shit ton of damage. Like, you're dealing 300 to 400 damage alone with a couple hits of that late game. Without like getting the whole thing. If you get the whole thing off, it's ridiculous damage. But yeah, it's very good for team fighting now. You can farm waves with it easier now, which I think is a huge buff to early mid-game Gangplank, because you can pretty much you can use it to really farm top. Like if you're having a bad lane phase, or you want to cover a lane, it's much better at that now. It used to be good at that, but not great, because you would just miss the damage and like the enemy would take the tower anyway. They can't do that as easy as they could before. You can really do well with it. So it's much better for farming. So that's a very nice change for it. It's just, it can reliably kill an entire minion wave if you use it right. This is also good for sieging late game when you might need to stop a backdoor. So it's good for stopping backdoors, it's good for farming side lanes, it's good for farming in general, and it's good for that sort of stuff. It's actually very good for team fighting too. I didn't really emphasize that, but team fighting in like Dragon and in the Baron Pit and in the jungle and stuff is much better with it also. It looks crappy to me. Like I don't like the way it looks at all. Like it just feels like bam, bam, bam. It just like aesthetically, I don't like the way it looks. I understand it's better, but I don't like the way it looks. I just put that out there because like at first I thought it was bad because of that, and I thought it was bad because they kind of decreased the damage, but it's more reliable now. So after playing with it, even though I still don't like the way it looks or feels, I will understand it as a lot better. The damage potential got decreased, actually. So if you had hit 4 or 5 cannonballs, like if you had gotten lucky with the old ultimate, it was actually better than the new ultimate. But that's far outweighed. I'm just saying that. I'm just putting that out there. That is far outweighed by the fact that now the new ultimate is very reliable. You won't run into big problems. As in, oh, I missed a couple cannonballs and I didn't win. The RNG gods are less, they're less harsh with this ultimate. You still got RNG from crit, but yeah, the ultimate was hurting with the RNG. Still not good at finishing people off. Still very easy to escape. Don't forget that this isn't good at just. It takes time to get the damage done, so you want to ult preemptively. You don't just want to use this to KS unless you're just making sure somebody's gonna die with 1 or 2 shots. Because if you're trying to kill somebody, and I tried this yesterday, I actually used it a lot to try to finish somebody off. It's very hard to. It's still very easy to walk out of the ultimate. The damage takes time. You want to use it earlier rather than later. You want to be using it early. So don't just use this to pick people off or try to use it late. Use it early. Use it to peel. Use it to engage. Use it early and often. Don't just use it to after the fight has been over. After the fight has been said and done with, and now you want to catch somebody. Use it early. Don't just use it as a KS tool. The 5 seconds off of the CD is a small buff. It's not a big buff, but it's not important really, but it is something to keep track of. It made CDR even better because now with 30 to 40% CDR, your ultimate is now on like about a 61 second cooldown instead of a 68 or 69. So it is a nice tiny buff with some CDR. So CDR became a slightly better with the CDR reduction because now you can get it closer to a minute. So having this up every minute is very good mid game. So maybe I could try out a build where you take some blues, you take the offensive tree, sorcery mastery, and you kind of just go for the cooldown reduction early with lucidity boots, in order to get the ult up so you can farm with it, like I said, or team fight with it easier. That might be an option now. It kind of was before, but now it's even more so because it's more reliable for farming and the CD is reduced, so just keep that in mind. Ability power is still really crappy to have. It does get better with the ultimate, but it's still not reliable. You don't want to... Like, the W and the Q and the passive didn't get better with AP, so your ultimate getting better with AP is nice, but it's not great. The only thing that's different is now this makes Sheen an even better first buy, because if you have Sheen and you're level 6, 7, 8, like on your first back you got Sheen, it'll make that fight with your ultimate even better, because it'll give you that extra couple damage per shot, which is sometimes very important mid-game. So the only thing that really changed about the whole AP scaling, that like AP Gangplank isn't miraculously viable now. It's not suddenly like the best way to go just because the ultimate has more reliable AP damage. It's just an option. So I suggest going Sheen earlier more than I used to. So I'm going to keep trying that. The nice thing about the ult really is it's much better at fighting top now. You can take stuff like Exhaust, and most people will engage on you. Like, when I'm playing top, what I'm seeing is, like, I'm seeing Ryze players, I'm seeing Jarvan a lot lately, I'm seeing Maokai and stuff like that. You can turn on people if you take Exhaust or something and just keep them in your ultimate circle while they dive you. Obviously, it's most applicable versus melees, because anybody who's ranged and does a lot of kiting is going to be alright. I think the new ultimate would be great versus, like, a Kali and stuff, where you can just catch her out and things like that. So it's just really good for fighting, like skirmishing. The old one was kind of really unreliable, and while you might get a proc or two off, it was, like I said, RNG would hurt you, because if you missed a couple cannonballs, you were fucked. You just wasted your ultimate. So now it's just great for fighting, like 1v1. You can use it... Before, you kind of underestimated the ultimate, and now it's very hard to underestimate that ultimate, because when people face you, they're going to realize how much damage it dealt if they fight you and die. So Exhaust Ignite got better. Teleport's still good, but, like... just fighting under your ultimate is easier now, so it just got better at fighting under it. Like, don't be afraid to kind of tank up and get under it. That's what I said here. Maybe getting tankier and kind of relying on your ultimate, just catching people with slows and exhaust and stuff like that under the ultimate is the best way to go. A lot of champions in this game are still mobility creep heavy. Like, they're just, like, jumping all over the place. Vi, Lee Sin, Zed. But you can still, this can still be applicable versus a lot of people. Like, all-in champions like Jarvan, your ultimate just got better. Okay, I just want to give a little mini update to my stream and stuff, like what I've been doing. I'm theory crafting new builds. I didn't do well with them last night. I lost a lot of games last night, not even gonna lie. Yeah, I lost a shit ton. I went like, I don't even know, man. Wasn't going too well. I felt like I was playing well, though. Like, I wasn't playing too bad, except for a couple games. But, yeah, things are going pretty well. CDR boots are kind of really good now, I think. Like, buying those is even better. In general, just the game's going well. Like, I just having a little trouble adapting to the new meta shifts. But it's okay. I'll get better. It just needs a little practice, need a little time. Armor and Armor Pen and Crit Focus, I'm going to start building more towards these. I kind of thought about it, and as much as I like Crit, I'm still going to be building it in my Runes and Masteries, but I won't be focusing on Shiv as much anymore. While I like Shiv's pushing and stuff, I think that just rushing the Trinity Force like I used to do back in Plat is probably my best option still, because rushing it is just so good, because Phage and Sheen are great. Now Sheen just got even better, so rushing Sheen is probably my best bet more than anything. I got a new keyboard. Hey, it's a really awesome keyboard. I love it. So hopefully this can help me, step my game up a little bit in that regard. My old keyboard was old as shit. It was old Microsoft, a really crappy one. My free time's kind of shitty right now. I haven't had a lot. This is one of the only weekends I'm going to be free, as much as I am. So that's why I'm making this video while I got the time. I have a guide update on the way. I can't wait for the new Season 5 jungle changes. They're going to make GP jungle, like, legit, because of that new tank item that kind of does the, It turns your smite into a smite that does AoE damage, and mini stuns the jungle creeps, and that's going to be very good. You can also get the one that, that turns your smite into a targeted stun that you can use on champions. So the jungle changes are going to be really good for GP, because he can actually go tanky better than people think. He can go tanky in the jungle and have good sustain with his W. So his first clear, it will still be bad like everybody else's, but he'll be able to scale in the mid game very well with the new jungle items. So I'm really excited for the jungle changes. I want to see how those work, and I'm really excited to get into the jungle with that. I might start trying it on PBE, like I want to try builds and stuff so I can get a jump on the jungle build. My support build chapter is almost done. I was writing it up, like I have a notepad where I kind of talk about my options and stuff with jungle, support. And so I'm finishing that up. I did okay with it yesterday. Like, I won a couple games with it. Where's the game? I guess it's not on this one. Thank you for watching the stream, anybody who's watching this on the YouTube channel, and they're also a watcher of the stream. I appreciate people sticking around to chill, talk, and, enjoy Gangplank. Even though I'm not doing great, I felt like I've kind of hit a wall since I hit Diamond 5. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's my MMR. I'm in MMR hell right now. big time because I duo so much, and then I'll just lose because none of my duo partners other than Soltrand were really I'm not doing well with them. I'm not gonna say they're bad or anything, but like I just can't. I have bad luck with duo partners, and I don't synergize well with duo partners. I don't know what it is. I'm playing bad at the moment. I'm not even gonna front. I'll try to turn that around. And my final request is really I haven't really nailed down a stream schedule. I kind of just stream. I usually stream around 6, 7, 8 at night, Eastern Standard Time, because I'm from Boston. But I'm just wondering what you guys like. Would you like me to start doing like a Tuesday morning stream? My off days are usually Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but then I have stuff to do on Sunday, and Monday I'm in school, so it's like I don't know what time I can really carve out to make the stream like a permanent thing. I want to get a permanent schedule going, but it's kind of tough. If you guys could leave in the comments hey, here's where your best schedule would be, I don't know. Any suggestions as to my schedule would be appreciated because I'm trying to nail that down. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to call it a day. Have a nice one. I'll be streaming later today. Have a good one, dudes.